Beach balls are filled with air only, so they have a very small weight, hence they do not displace much water. Since they displace less water, the buoyant force acting on them is also very less. But when we try to push the ball into the water, the buoyant force acting on it increases, which does not let the beach ball sink into the water, and it floats on the water surface. This is an example of the Archimedes Principle, which states that when an object is immersed in a fluid, it apparently loses way. Archimedes' principle is a law of physics fundamental to fluid dynamics. It states that the upward...
Why don't you introduce me?
Oh, sorry. Archimedes of Syracuse was an ancient Greek mathematician, physicist, engineer, astronomer, and inventor from the ancient city of Syracuse in Sicily. Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force exerted on a body immersed in a fluid, whether wholly or partially submerged, is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. The corresponding equation is given by Fb is the buoyant force, or thrust. Rho is the density of the fluid in which the object is immersed. G is the acceleration due to gravity. V is the volume of the object that is submerged in the fluid. The mass of the liquid displaced is, and the weight of the displaced liquid is. Archimedes' principle is a commonly occurring phenomenon in real life. A ship or a boat can float on water because the weight of the displaced water is equal to the weight of the ship or boat. A submarine can dive into the water or can float on it. A submarine consists of ballast tanks that are filled with air or water. The tanks weigh less than an equal volume of water and make the sub float on the surface. If the tanks are partly filled with air, it is possible to make the submarine float at some depth of the water without either rising or sinking. Hot air balloons rise into the air because the density of the warmer air inside the balloon is less dense than the colder air outside. The basic principle of hot air balloon is the use of hot air to create buoyancy, which generates lift. Thank you for liking this video, and subscribe our YouTube channel for the latest videos.